was invaded, and when they finished, when they were going, the oga of one of the servants that followed for that invasion was sick and hungry. But because the oga was not a compassionate person, abandoned the man on the road. Did you remember what David did? David picked him up and did what? Gave him food. It was that man that revealed where, because the man was not compassionate. So if you are not compassionate, you can build something and Satan can scatter it overnight. So you need to be a person of compassion and empathy. Accountability and responsibility. Now, if you must have a personal business or fellowship business to manage, you must be somebody that will give account of what has been entrusted in your hands. You cannot, this program at the end of the day will be talking about the next item now. If you have to start, if you're a leader in your unit, we can help you establish different ways to generate money to run the fellowship. In fact, we are doing that already. But if you have to do that, you have to account for the money. It's not your personal money. Two of us. The fellowship money, is it your personal money? It's not. So you must account for it. You must be somebody of accountability. When they ask you answer for the fellowship money, you should be able to give account of it. So accountability and responsibility must be priority in your life. Spiritual maturity and dependency on God. You must have these 6 attributes for you to be a good Christian leader that the Lord can entrust wealth into your hands. Now, you need some skills to be able to deliver on this mandate. If you are heading any fellowship and you want that fellowship, now, like I don't usually make mention of some of the fellowship we handle. In fact, if you go to my church, it's a small fellowship, but we don't lack fun. We don't lack fun. We'll come to that later. Let me see if I can finish. Okay, skill set that needed to build individual or corporate wealth. If you want to build personal wealth or corporate, that is fellowship wealth, I want to recommend these skills. You must have them. If you don't have them, that is the tools you need to build wealth as a person or for the church and for the fellowship. I know the church where I am handling now, when I got there was a person that was under construction. It was when we finished it, even the church member told me that they were not expecting that project to be finished. And not to be finished as soon as I got there. It is a small church, but the Lord has helped us. So if you want to build wealth as a leader in your group, in your fellowship, or as an individual, you must have these skill sets. Number 1 is a visionary leadership skill. You must be a person of leader. You know why? If you must own a school, you have teachers, have you? So you have plenty of people to deal with. Some teachers that will insult you. Some teachers that will backbite you. That will call you wicked school owner. So you must be a leader. You must know how to gather people. If you have a filling station, you will be contending with small girls that are willing to steal your money. So you must know how to lead people. For your organization to succeed, Dangote and anybody you know, banks and others, those people are great leaders. So you must be a leader to be able to handle plenty people that will handle your business. So if you are not a good leader, you cannot manage any big business. So don't trouble yourself establishing a business, because people will be there to work with you. So you must be a leader to be able to manage them. Number 2, you must be a strategic thinker. You must know how to think. Okay, now let me give you an instance. When we are talking about some of these things. Now, I think we have people that have come of age. You know the old bulb, the old one, 60 watts, and how many people will remember that one? Those old bulb. Now somebody had to change it to this what they now call energy saving bulb. Now, this energy saving, if you remember, those ones are sold 20 naira, 60 naira, but these ones are sold over 1,000 naira, except the inferior ones. If you buy the good ones, they are sold higher. So if you want to be a person of business, you must know how to think. You must come out with solutions when there is difficult. You must be somebody that has to use his or her brain. If you're a teacher in a school, you don't bother yourself whether people are coming late, whether parents are paying school fees. You won't bother yourself. Your own is just to teach. When you teach finish, you carry your bag and go. The school owner should manage his or her problem. It's not your own. If you are fuel attendant, if the oga money miss, it's none of your business. Your own is salary. The time to pay salary has reached. Oga, you have not paid me. Whether the business is surviving or not is none of what. It's none of your concern. Your own is you. But if you are the owner of the business, you'll be thinking of how to pay staff, how to settle government, local government, state, everybody. So you have to know how to think. You cannot allow people to be thinking for you. As a business owner, you must know how to think. Number 3, innovative problem solving. You must know how to solve problems. I give you instance, baseball, anything, clothes. You must come up with something unique, something special. The microphone, I know when we are using the wire phone, this one was not there. This wireless. From the wire, long wire, you carry wire and be going. If you want to talk there, you carry wire. But now some people came up with this one. So there are different innovations. Phone. When I joined the university, what we were using was landline in UNN. Before you know it, phone came, the handset. Some of you did not see Nitel when it was in Asaba. How many of you met Nitel? This generation, except the older ones. There was a time in this nation, it was landline. If your uncle called from Lagos, you have to go to another uncle's house and wait. With the time your uncle will call from Lagos so that you answer the call. Those days we travel from my village to go to Enugu to go and wait and receive call from abroad. If you want to send message to somebody abroad, you write letter and send it to 9 posts, and the letter will take like 3 months before it will reach the person. If it finally reaches the person, maybe if your mother is sick in the village, before the reply will come, your mother don die, finish. But your own generation, you did not see all these things. You know why? People are busy producing innovative solutions. So if you create solution, better solution, people will subscribe to it. So you must be innovative in problem solving. So people, like I told you, people have diseases. All you need is create solution. Effective communication. If you're a good leader, you must know how to talk to people. You must know how to tell people to sit up, sit down, go there, stay there. There are people you will talk to anyhow. They will quit job. Say, if now you are this job, I'm going to my mama's house. I know they work again. So imagine each time you are talking to your staff, talking to people working with you, and they are leaving the business will not stand. So you must know how to convince people to do things and do it very well because of your business to survive. Emotional intelligence. There are people, if you're a leader in a group, somebody in your group can do something. You use laugh to remind the person that has done something what? Wrong. If his sister that is not well born again, he will leave the fellowship for you. True of us? There are people that immediately you slap them. If it's true that your fellowship that somebody will go to heaven, they will choose to go to hellfire. They will not join you again. So you must be emotionally intelligent. Know when people, a man called Nathan that went to David, and David committed serious crime. If the man had approached David and said, "Oga, you slept with somebody's wife," maybe his head would have been rolling on the ground before he finished the sentence. Then he started telling him, "There is a man in this kingdom. He did like this. He did like this." David said, "Is it in this my kingdom?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Go and bring the man so that he said, 'Oga, na you." when he said that, David has already concluded what should be done to the man. Now that is him that is involved, he had to mellow down. So that is, so you need to be emotionally intelligent to be able to handle people. Now, when it comes to fellowship, I know that in church, you don't stay too long. You need to know how to coach, mentor people to be able to hand over to be able to do what they expect to do. Coaching and mentorship, conflict resolution. In every business, you will see challenges, conflict, and people trying to fight, people trying to steal. So you must know how to solve challenges. Stewardship, you must know how to give account of the business and know how the business is doing as if it is your life depends on it. Accountability, I've said that earlier. Succession plan. For those in leadership like our brother Alex, I'm not sure if you stay here for next 10 years, maybe 6 years or thereabout. Now, if the assistant fellowship has to go into business, if he doesn't train people to handle the business when he leaves office, imagine somebody that has no interest, has no idea on how to run business, becoming the assistant president. He will scatter the team. Imagine all of you have contributed money to build such a thing. That was what happened to prodigal son. If you get a prodigal son in your business, he will squander everything. Even one night, he will squander everything. Okay, let's quickly go to the last part of this message. My time is up. Businesses and investment instruments you can use as an individual or a group. Now, this is where let's need to pay attention. The group's leaders, if you're a group leader in any unit, at any level, you can pay attention to this. Number one, rental income. Rental income. You know what they call rental income? Income that comes as a result of lease, giving something to somebody. The assistant women, if you go to my church women, they have phone, chairs. They give it to you, you pay them certain amount, it's a rental income. You just invest. In my fellowship, EFAC fellowship, Church of the Pentecost, we have, what do they call it? All these speakers they use for outreach, those big speakers. Apart from church members, if you hire it from us, you give us $5,000. You generate money from the fellowship. I don't need to work again. So if you want to use our speaker to do your evangelism something, except you are a member of the church or you are referred by the church, you can give it to you free. But if you need it for personal use, you pay us $5,000 in a day. The fellowship, in a month, you may not get that amount from offering. So rental income is where you have something people collect from your hand, use it and return to you. Any fellowship, irrespective of your fellowship, you can have such type of income. Another one is empowerment / training income. And let's need to pay attention to this. If the fellowship did that, I don't know how you raise your money. If you usually complain of money, this fellowship has what it takes to be so sufficient that they can be given to the diocese instead of going to churches looking for money. You know, Open Heaven, ask questions. Open Heaven has so much money that after they usually remit to what? To the diocese. Ask questions. These are possibilities. So through empowerment and training program, if the fellowship can organize training programs like this and empower their members, like what we have done tonight, if you empower people and they go into business and they become billionaires, is it possible they can drop like 2 million to the fellowship? Is it possible? If the members of this fellowship are so much rich, do you think the fellowship will be struggling to raise money? No. So if they empower the members, gather up people that are into business, empower them, teach them, give them necessary training, and they can do well and they can support the fellowship. Inward empowerment for members. So if there are members that need, like I said, those that are looking for job and stuff like that, if we empower you, one of the conditions we give you is that you support the fellowship. If you cannot support that, you cannot support the kingdom expansion, you may not pay attention to you. because it's very, very important to us. Physical product related business. If the diocese, AYF, have physical business or physical product, like I explained earlier, either clothes making factory, something that people can, physical product, people, the fellowship, do you know you have big market? Imagine that this fellowship has where they are making clothes, women clothes, and every member of the fellowship needs to patronize the factory business. Do you think that the fellowship will lack money? Imagine each cloth, if you know those that are sewing clothes, most of them, they make profits of not less than 3,000 to 5,000 per clothes. So imagine all the holy women in this fellowship, they are sewing their clothes from AYF cloth making factory, and they are making 5,000 per person. Times it, you know that the fellowship will have so much money. Okay, the last, digital related products, services, and platform. This is where you see the bishop. How many of us are following the bishop online? That is money making, printing opportunity. If you learn that, you cannot do that because of time. But that is money printing business. The bishop of this diocese, by the time he will retire, you will not need the diocese to give him 50. As a matter of fact, you should be the one to give the diocese some money because of what he's doing. And that will turn to so much money. Imagine making something like $10,000 a month. Convert it in Nigeria, you know what it means. That's close to 60 million. I don't know how much the diocese pays the worker, but the bishop can be making that kind of money and more than that a few years from now, because I know he has not been monetized. Now, the last but not the least, investment into businesses, storage. In the Church of the Pentecost last year or last 2 years, guest field, they had some money, they invested it in oil business. If you know about oil storage, last year, a gallon of oil got to 60-something thousand. People that know about this things. Yes, give in my church. Just few years, they bought about 3 gallons. And if you know what that means, that is a multiplication. So fellowships in the remote areas can go into this kind of business. If you know about yam, last year, most of the yam, when they stored yam, was sold within the range of 2,000-3,000. During the peak, it was sold over 6,000. That is more than 100% return on investment. For those in the rural area, if you go into food storage as a unit, as a fellowship, you can make money from that kind of business. The final but not the least, partnership. This is where, if you know how to make clothes, for example, if you're a business person and you need money, this is where we can partner with you. We own the business with you. We give you money, you know how to make the clothes, you know how to do the business. We give you money, we share in the profit. It's as simple as ABC. If the fellowship has money, they can look for members. It's empowerment. Please, if you know how to make clothes, raise up your hand. You know how to do bakery and stuff, but capital is your problem. Can we partner with you? We give you the 50,000 or 50% of what you need. And if your business succeeds, the profit will be shared 50-50. Such a thing is possible. If the fellowship can look at their members. Now, two-edged sword. You are empowering a member of the fellowship, and the fellowship is also what? Making money. These are the ways the fellowship can grow. Whether you are in the remote area, whether you are in the township, if you are a unit leader, you can do any of these things and grow money. The last statement I will drop before I drop the microphone. Number 5 is the best. Digital related product and platform. That's the best option the diocesan AYF has. Because that can pay, as in, if they do it very well, if we have a consultation with them, over time, the fellowship members can be getting salary for just being a member of the fellowship. You can just be getting salary because you're a member of the fellowship. And I know that will make the fellowship to grow overnight. A lot of people will be interested into that. Okay, that's the last statement. Questions and answer section. Thank you and God bless you. I think I've overstayed your time. Hallelujah. Over to, sorry for I overstayed my time. So sorry. Alex, apologies. Any question? Advice? No question. Like I said, any assistance you need, all you need is get in contact either through Alex or through my phone number. I'll be willing to help you, irrespective of the level where you are. God bless you. Shall we be on now?